All right. Think we're live again. All right. Give me a second here, folks. All right, there we go. That was sent. All right, welcome everyone. It's been a while. I apologize, not really, but it has been a while for sure. I wanted to quickly talk about what exactly is going on in the market. I know a lot of you guys, have been sitting on your hands and not doing anything, which I really appreciate because, again, the market chop situation wasn't something we really wanted to enter to begin with. But I want to quickly just touch base on Bitcoin and the overall picture here in terms of altcoins and should you panic and, pretty much everything like that. But you can see on Bitcoin for the past few weeks, rather, from all the way till January 25th here, pretty much going back here just in the same time frame, we're just going sideways, right? It was very boring. We had false breakout, sideways. And then over the weekend, this is where things got very interesting, right? You can see that the market pretty much started getting really dead. Usually when the market gets dead like this, we tend to see a larger move set. So a lot of folks were actually betting on a bullish move set. And I was one of the few people that told you guys the move set is most likely going to be bearish. And the reason for that wasn't some crystal ball moment for me. It wasn't anything like that. Instead, it was simply just the fact that everyone was bullish. Trump was in office. Everyone was expecting some rally. And I knew the fact that when the market tends to do opposite what everyone thinks. We had the initial break, and I'll explain the psychological part to this, right? So we had the initial break structure on this sideways action, and a lot of folks thought, hey, this is a dip opportunity, let me go long. And then what happened is we actually broke the 102 support level. You can see people got stopped out, and this is where the liquidation or capitulation candle happened last night, from 101 down into 97.8. A lot of people were not expecting something like that, right? A lot of people were not expecting a correction move on that. And I told you guys last night as well is to pay attention to the 100K region. If we end up losing that support level, it's a very clean shorting opportunity. Now, looking at previous price analysis as well, you can see that this level was already tested multiple times. Usually when you are trading a range or something, you want to pay attention to the previous price analysis. If you see that the market has already tested that range multiple times and now we're starting to fall back towards that range, you know in your head that that could be a momentum trade. Now, the hard part is to know whether or not we actually see it. What I mean by that is usually when you have a momentum trade like this, we don't know if it's actually going to break, right? So for example, we had the original test, then we had the second test, and then on the third test, we don't know if it's going to break or not. But what we can do is short into that move set. Best case scenario, it breaks and we continue falling. And of course, worst case scenario, you still get some decent profit shorts. That, of course, is played with the wick breaks, but you can see yesterday, it was the same thing. We actually shorted on the way towards the downside. Confirmation was 100K though. 100K was the confirmation. If you ended that short, just overall in general, we're looking for shorting opportunities. This became a momentum play as soon as we broke 100. You can see when 100 was broken, it was a very clean short down to 97.8. Same thing with Ethereum, right? Right now in Ethereum, the range was going extremely tight. The range was extremely tight around 33.93 into the 3,200 range. A lot of you guys were saying, Pingu, I want to take a trade. And I kept telling you guys there's no trading opportunities as of right now until we get that confirmation. You can see that the market structure broke around 3186 was the level I gave you guys in Telegram. 3186 ends up breaking. We enter a short position. If you did enter that short, you profited heavy, right? All the way down into 3,000. It was a massive trade. It's the same levels I've been talking about for the past 2 weeks now. It's the same levels I'm going to continue talking about, guys. This wasn't rocket science. This wasn't a hard trade. And realistically, if you were long in between this zone and you didn't listen to me and you lost money, that is on you at the end of the day. And I have talked about this multiple times. I can only say so much. If you tend to do opposite of what I say, or go ahead and enter a trade just because you're bored and you end up losing money, that is on you at the end of the day. The realistic perspective is, as long as the direction is right, you should be able to come out on top. The direction as of right now is short. And what I mean by that is, you can see we just had on Ethereum a 4-hour wick right before the stream into 32.34. What do you think happened? A lot of traders probably saw that and said, oh my God, we're buying the bottom, we're entering the long, and then now they're underwater again at 32.34. The issue is the fact that we are now trading below our exponential moving averages, not only on Ethereum, but as well as Bitcoin. And you can see even on the daily structure, we are right now testing the 9 and the 20. It's not a trading opportunity just yet. What we want to see is a market structure holding above the 9 and 20. Then by all means, go ahead and enter your long trades, whatever altcoin trade you want, go ahead, right? But right now, I would not be caught holding a alt leverage trade, mostly in these market conditions. The reason why is because, can it get worse? Yes, it can. And I keep telling, I sound like Dora the Explorer, but realistically, yes, it can definitely get worse, right? You can see the fact that if we end up losing the market structure here at 98.7, once we end up breaking that zone, there realistically isn't much stopping Bitcoin from 95. We've seen this happen before too. Here's a prime example of that trade structure. You see the market ended up breaking 98.7. As soon as it broke, we had a free fall opportunity back down to 95.6. No support, no nothing, just a move towards the downside. Once structure broke at 95.6, what was the next trade, guys? 93. When structure broke at 93, what was the next trade, guys? Down to 90. And that's pretty much how we trade, right? Because a lot of traders struggle with this idea. What they will do is they'll enter a trade. Let's say they enter a short here at 98.7. They ride it into 95, but what they will do is they'll try to guess the bottom, right? They'll say, okay, well, I think that this is oversold, so I'm going to enter a long trade. The problem with you doing that is you are counter trading the trend, right? You're trying to guess the fact that this is going to be the bottom. What happens when the market structure breaks again? Well, now you're underwater. What happens when it breaks again? Well, now you just got liquidated. You see what I'm saying? Instead, you can do it like this. When the market structure ends, let's say you entered a short at 98.7, market structure dropped to 95.6. You take your profits and now you sit on your hands. What are we looking for, guys? What are we looking for once you end up taking your profits here for a shorting position? For you to switch to a bullish position, what is the first thing you want to pay attention to? The first thing you want to pay attention to is the exponential moving average. When that flips upwards, right, that's your first indicator. What's your stronger confirmation? A retest of support. A break of structure, retest as support, the close, and then you have a massive V shape, right? Then you have your bullish case scenario. Don't be that sucker that just ends up looking for these trade opportunities and says, oh, it's support bounce? Okay, dollar DCA. Oh, bounce DCA. Oh, bounce DCA. The problem with this is the fact that you are pretty much just setting yourself up for failure, because you don't know if the market structure is actually going to hold. You don't know if which way the trend is going. And right now, you can see that if you were to do that same strategy, you most likely would have gotten liquidated on the way towards down at 89K versus the person who was pretty much just scalping on the way towards the downside when when the market decided, okay, enough is enough, we are extremely oversold, and then started pushing back upwards. Then you could be the person to enter the long trades. This way you're playing both sides of the market. I woke up to a bunch of messages of people freaking out and saying, oh my God, Pingu, should I sell my spot position? Should I do this? Should I do that? Should I do this? Guys, I told you at 106K, this was the candlestick when I sent the message of Trump right here. This was the candlestick. And I said, look, me personally, I'm taking 90% of my spot positions out. I am happy with how much money we have made in this market. I am happy with the outcome. I am okay in life. I'm good to go, right? We made a lot of money in this market, and a lot of people did. And I don't think people understand or really truly understand how far we have come. Guys, zooming out on Bitcoin here, you can see that the market structure started all the way. Started, again, keyword started. It's not from the thing, right? Started from all the way down here at 27K. Look at how much up rally we've had since 27. Up, 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 up. You see what I'm saying? Like, there wasn't any sort of heavy corrective move, but Even when you look at the Trump election candle, which we traded, right? That was a huge opportunity in Telegram. We made so much money. Some of you guys made an insane amount of life-changing money on that trade. And I told you guys this early. I'm like, look, if we break this structure and Trump goes in office, don't miss this long opportunity. And I gave you guys that trade. I said, don't miss this long opportunity. And you can see, since that candle, since Trump went into election rather, since Trump won, 69K has never happened again, right? You can see that the market structure continues to push higher. Now, from all the way down to 27 to all the way up to 108 without a corrective move, guys, it becomes a realistic perspective at the end of the day to understand the fact that, yes, we have had an insane amount of gains. People are very delusional right now. They're thinking that, oh, 150K is going to come and then I'll start taking some profits. The same people that happened back in 2020 were the same morons that obviously held their trades during this dip opportunity. Market structure did the same thing back then as well, right? From here around, let me show you guys real quick from previous price analysis here. Look what happened here. Market structure did the exact same thing, right? From down to the bottom when it started, I gave you guys an example. This is important. Pay attention here. I gave you the example of 27K. Think of 27K down here at 5K. It ran from 5K all the way into the highs of 65K. And then what happened? Market came down, corrected back to 28. Then it went for the next high. The point of the conversation is nobody can call a top or bottom in the market, but I can promise you the people that were taking profits up here were a lot happier than the people that pretty much bag held all the way towards the downside. Market came up, created a little bit higher of a top, and that was the start of the bear market. That's the point of the conversation, guys. It's the same way you can see it from 27 to 110 versus 5 to 60. It's the same thing. Yes, the market cycles are a lot larger now. Yes, there's almost 1 million more coins that have come out since then. But it doesn't change the narrative is the fact that, guys, if you are not taking your profits on your spot positions, you are not taking your profits on your meme coins or whatever. Speaking of meme coins, you can see Popcat is a perfect example of why you should not be an emotional trader and pay attention to what's actually happening around you. You can see that even Dogwifat and Popcat both have had an insane amount of capitulation all the way down into 37 cents. I sent the I'm trying to find it, bear with me, but I sent the message to you guys earlier and I said, look, guys, Popcat sitting at 44 cents is absolutely absurd, but it continued to push lower. The market doesn't care what you think. The market doesn't care about your feelings. The market will end up doing what it wants to do. And that's the reality of the situation is, look, right now, if you're looking at it from an altcoin perspective, oh, Pingu, what about altcoin? Oh, Pink, what about alt season? Here's Popcat, right? 37. Absolutely disgusting, right? The people that didn't sell at $2 thinking that $10 was happening were the same people now that are crying and they wish they can even get back to $1 to at least get half of their position back. That is what makes you a cycle loser. That is the reality of the situation. Stop focusing on a specific level. And I keep telling you guys this because I keep seeing it in the chat. Oh, if Doge hits $1, I'm done, I'm retired, I'm happy to go. We're the same people that did that last cycle when Doge hit 72 cents and they were saying $1 and I'll quit. And it never went back to 72 cents, right? I'm not saying that we're not going to have an alt season. Don't get me wrong. The problem is the fact that we are extremely high. Ethereum is struggling. Doge had an ETF filing and barely did anything. Market structure cannot break above the 4K region and we continue to struggle. In my opinion, it's much better to wait and see for how the market reacts before you start going into your crazy alt positions and your leverage positions, right? Guys, I've been screaming to buy spot positions since like 2 years ago. You can go in the chat and find it. 2 years in October is when I told you guys I'm going heavy into spot positions. I think the market is ready to push. And then the same people now are saying, oh, Pingu's delusional, right? Pingu's delusional. He doesn't know what he's talking about. I think that we're going to continue rallying all the way towards the upside and then we'll come back down. And now the same folks are messaging me and saying, I should have listened at 3,500. I should have listened at 3,800. Now we're sitting at 3,100. Should I close my position? Should I do this? Should I do that? And realistically, I can't help you, right? Because when I send the message in the chat and I tell you guys, look, I am going to do this because of X reasoning. I'm not the person to say, okay, guys, $108,631 is the market top. I called it. My crystal ball, I'm out. I'm not that person. I'm the person that's going to always remind you realistically how this works all the way towards the upside. I will continue reminding you the fact that we've gone from 27 to 110 without any sort of major pullback, and we are in a euphoric market. Trump has launched a meme coin, folks. I don't think you understand. There's no bigger, larger screaming noise picture than that. People back in 2020 were saying, oh, you know, when all the celebrities were putting laser eyes, I should have seen the signs. Dude, the signs are right in front of you right now, right? And I'm not saying it's the market over or going to bear market. I'm just saying be smart and learn to take your profits. When the market continues to push higher, cool. We'll enter. We make money both ways, right? We make money on a leverage side from both ways. We can long and short the market. We as leverage traders don't care what the market overall outlook is. All we do is trade the levels. But I know there's a lot of you that are not on the leverage side and are on spot positions, and you have made an insane amount of gains. For example, XRP, HBAR, Solana. Solana was $8, folks. And it hit $300 at the peak. Like, let's be real here, right? Let's be real, folks. Like, seriously, like, I realistically need to understand, what more do you want? Like, how much more do you want from like the lows of $8, the lows of $8 to the highs of $300? And people are like, oh, I'll sell at 600. I'll sell at 1,000. The market doesn't care about your level. The market's not going to give a shit about your level, right? But again, if you're one of those long-term folks that don't care what the market does, awesome. Hold your position, let it run. Cool, right? This is for those folks that don't have that idea and, you know, they need the money within the next year. They want to buy a house or they want to pay their tuition or whatever. You need to have a realistic perspective here, guys, because the conversation of can it go lower is going to surprise you. It can go lower, right? It can definitely go lower. We've been in this situation before. Solana hit 266 and we dropped all the way back down into 167. Yes, it can go lower, right? Yes, we had an official rally after the ETF and everything. Everything was booming. We're happy. Everyone's mooning again. But that was also based off news, right? Now, if we don't have news, what happens next, right? Solana's currently on a major support at 229. If this market structure ends up breaking, the next level for Solana, just looking at previous price, is 204. A break of that, and you're back down into the 170 range. Any capitulation, anything from there, it gets ugly at 112, 115, right? And again, I'm not saying we're going there. I'm just giving you a level perspective on this stuff because you need to understand that, hey, the market can go lower, right? We really can. Because people keep saying, oh, this is a nice dip opportunity, I'm buying, I'm going long. And then the same folks are in my DMs saying, okay, I shouldn't have done that. Now I need to figure this out. So that's my point of the conversation, guys, is like, zoom out, take profits, enjoy life, and let the market do its thing. If it's going sideways and I say, hey guys, we're not looking for a trade, that simply means we are not looking for a trade. There's no reason for you to enter a trade. Right? I'm not the person, again, I don't have a VIP channel. You guys don't pay me. I don't get paid in terms of a monthly income. I even told you guys for the mentorship, I'm not charging you guys. All right? I need to figure it out, but I'm not going to charge you guys. And the reason for that is I don't want you to sit there and be like, oh my God, I'm paying Pingu $60 a month and he's not sending any trades, so I'm going to enter some trades. There's no excuse for you guys to enter trades when I say there's no trade. I only send the trades that are good and that make sense. We waited a week and a half for that short yesterday. A week and a half we waited for that short on Doge, Ethereum, Bitcoin. And guess what? It was a perfect trade. As soon as Bitcoin broke 100, it flew down to 97.8. If you waited a week on sitting on your hands and you were guaranteed money, that is what happened, guys. For those of you that lost money and for those of you that were greedy and continued to trade the sideways action when I kept saying don't do it, you got a reality check, right? That's pretty much what happened, is you had a reality check. And again, I'm not trying to force it down on you and make you feel even more upset. The point of the conversation is to learn the lesson and not repeat it the second time. That is the point, guys. I've been doing this for 7 years. My job for you guys is to make sure you don't make the same mistakes that I made 2 cycles ago. This is my 3rd cycle. If I see something in the chart you will be the first one to know. You guys will be the first ones to know when to buy, when to enter, when to sell. If I say, hey, I'm taking my spot positions because I'm being very cautious with the current trade setups, then that means that I am taking my spot positions. I don't need you guys to be like, oh, Pingu, but we're going way higher, man. What are you doing? I don't care if we're going higher. I'm happy if we go higher, right? I'm thankful that we're going higher. But for me, I don't want to make the same mistake back that I made in 2017 when I basically had nothing in my bank account. I had nothing in crypto left because 90% of my favorite altcoins all went to zero during the bear market. And now I'm sitting there like, I'm an idiot, right? And then again, in 2020, during the last bull market, when NFTs were booming and the market was booming, I did the same mistake again. I didn't take enough money out for the actual real life. And NFTs went to zero and the market went to zero. And then I sat there the whole bear market betting on hamster racing, literally hamster racing in crypto, because I didn't know what else to do. Everyone was so bored. Everyone didn't know what to do. But again, this time I did not make that mistake. This time I took as much as I could out. I'm happy. And now I'm continuing to leverage where I need to be. But again, if the market continues pushing lower, I'm not staying up all night and saying, oh my God, it's over for me. I don't know what to do, right? So that's the point of the conversation, guys. Watch. Now, in terms of technical, just a quick little update for everyone. I am not trading Bitcoin here, right? I'm not looking for leverage for positions as of right now. The only time, I'm going to draw this with a white line just so it's more accurate for you guys. 97.7 breaks, we're shorting Bitcoin down into 95.6. Again, the reason for that is you can see that the overall move set started at 89. Usually when we lose a major level, the market structure will always go back down into that wick and test it. Does that make sense? We are not trading as of right now in this range, and the reason for that is we don't know if the market is going to break above the exponential moving averages, or of course, if we are going to lose them. All we're doing is we're going to wait for that level, 97.7, then you enter your short, you ride it towards the downside. If we break above, right, if I'm looking from a long confirmation, it's going to be at wick high because I don't want to get faked out. The same folks that got faked out here at 106.7 were the same ones saying, I don't know what to do. It's at 106.7. Should I long? And they got wrecked, then wrecked, and now liquidated, right? That's not how we trade. We trade on levels that are confirmed and confirmed breaks. 100K was a confirmed level. We broke, we shorted. Now we're sitting on our hands. If, of course, later in Asia hours, something happens and we end up losing structure at 97.7, we short it towards the downside. Ethereum, same thing, right? I'm not trading Ethereum. We already shorted Ethereum. We're not trading until Ethereum now until 3021. Wick of that level. And the reason why, quickly, just for an educational purpose, why that level specifically is because I'll delete the alert here, but look from previous price analysis. If I'm looking at just from an educational standpoint for you guys, I zoomed out here. What do you guys notice? What do you guys notice on the chart that's important here? Where is the cluster of wicks that are important? The cluster of wicks on the chart were back in November of last year. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 wicks at this level. Why was that important? Well, Ethereum, when it had its massive rally, we broke above, we retested that specific level for some reason, right? The market structure chose to test that level as support. So where did we bounce today, guys? It wasn't rocket science. Look at the level that we bounced at. 30.20. Let's just say 5-cent difference, but 30.20. Right? The same people that shorted the bottom here got wrecked here. We shorted into that level. Now we're sitting on our hands, right? But then if the market structure loses 30.20, what are we going to do, folks? What are we going to do? We short down from 30.20 into the next wick, which is 2,900. If that breaks, where do we go? 2,600. Does that make sense? Do you see the power of wicks? We're not guessing. Right? We don't need to guess. We know where the market is going once we lose that level because there's no support after that. That's pretty much it. That's exactly how I trade. I look at where the market structure broke. 33.16 was a major support. Okay, cool. Hey guys, we lost 33.16. Where's the first cluster of wicks from a 4-hour perspective for me? Right here. First cluster of wicks was right here at 31.86. What happens when we break 31.86, guys? We short. Where do we short to? The next move set. This is it. That's it. And again, for Ethereum or Bitcoin, it was the same thing, right? So same level for Bitcoin. Okay, where was the cluster of wicks on Bitcoin for the same level, right? Where did we see it? Why was there 8 wicks right here at 98.7, or sorry, 97.7? Why was there so much interest in that level there? Why was this level being used as resistance and support? Why was it so special? We don't know why it was special, right? Market makers found it special. Cool, they did their thing. We don't give a shit. We just trade what we trade, right? And there was a bounce. And now we're heading back into the EMAs. But look, everyone else is going to be seeing this as, oh my God, buying opportunity going long. But what we are seeing it as is, again, we are waiting for confirmation. Once we break above, go ahead and long. Because I don't want you guys to be the ones to see this and end up getting liquidated. I would much rather see you guys to do this and then make a huge amount of money from this moveset. Break, retest, continuation. Versus break, retest, rejection, nuke. Do you understand how that works? Does that make sense? All right. What do you think about buying with or PopCap Pingu? No, I'm not touching meme coins right now in these current market conditions. Like I have like the meme coin channel where I trade like really degenerate coins, but I don't touch large cap meme coins even if they're on a dip this bad. And I think the reason why is because, again, with PopCat as well, I made the message yesterday and I said, look, wow, I can't believe PopCat's trading at 45 cents. That's insane. And then today it hit 33 cents. It doesn't matter what I think, right? It can hit 21 cents tomorrow, then 15 cents. Nobody knows when the actual bottom of PopCat is going to be. Let's assume Bitcoin loses support at 97.7 and now we free fall into 85K. Where the hell do you think PopCat's going to go? You think that little cat is going to be like, okay, today's my day, I'm going to the moon? No, that little cat's going to get decimated too. They're gonna put that thing in a vet and then euthanize it. And then take it and euthanize it again. That's exactly what's going to happen to that cat. And that's why I keep telling you guys, like, look, do not trade based on the fact of your emotions. Trade on the realistic fact of, hey, if the market hasn't had any confirmations, I'm not buying any dips. Because I've talked about this so long and so many times, guys, is when the market drops, the first ones to lose the money are meme coins. Because, again, it's a highly volatile class of coins. We don't know what's going to happen to them. You don't know if they're going to be here in the next 5 years. So people will take money out of meme coins and buy dips of actual coins, right? There's a few people that could do the opposite and buy more of their meme coin and be more degenerate. But again, those are the same people that end up losing everything during an actual bear market, right? So again, it's not a bear market, but it's a corrective market. And that's where we have to be very careful because we don't know when the dip stops. We don't know. Does that make sense? No fees. I'm not entering hype here. I'm not trading altcoins other than, of course, Bitcoin, like the main ones. In terms of Cardano, just real quick, here's your levels. 84 cents breaks. We're shorting Cardano down to 67. There's nothing here for Cardano to hold support. Same way it was like here. Very clean chart here. But yes, that's the level structure for you. If I'm looking at it from this perspective, though, there's no trades for me unless, of course, Cardano can break above 98 cents, use a level of support, then you go long. So you're waiting for the break structure here. Does that make sense? Otherwise, you're not trading. That's it. So in terms of a stop loss level, so if I'm trading it from this perspective, let's assume it was Bitcoin, right? For me, it's I got to be very smart here. I trade on the wick lows, but I do not place my stop on the exact wick, if that makes sense. The reason for that is, let's say I was looking for a long position. I'm giving an example here. Just again, it's an example. It does not mean, oh my God, we're going. If I'm looking for a long position on Bitcoin at 97.5 or 97.7, I will pay attention to the previous wick. So the first wick that I see, I can see that, hey, Bitcoin dropped all the way down into 97.3. So if I place my stop here, right, and the market comes down, most likely it'll hit that level and then bounce. So what do? I will place my stop probably around here, like give right about right there, right, give or take, right around there. So right below the previous wick, but not on the previous wick. Or same with support, not on the support, but maybe a little bit lower on a major support level. And the reason for that is because if the market came down, right, hit that wick, we wicked, and then we pushed upwards, I don't want to see that when I'm, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to see myself get wrecked like that. But if the market structure ends up breaking, then I know for sure that's a true break, and then now we're continuing further down. So that's how I do it, right? The same thing with resistance. You can do the same exact thing from a resistance perspective, but you just have to look at previous price analysis and know exactly what to do. So I can, yeah, you get the point. But yeah, Are you still holding Beam? I have Beam for the long term, and what I mean by long term, I mean like 1 or 2 years. Like that's when I say long term, 1 to 2 years. So the way it's gonna work, at least in my opinion, guys, this is completely opinion related. You know, take it as you will. I think what we're expecting is a heavier corrective move. We might chop around until February, but I think what we're expecting here is a heavier corrective move. I don't know if there's going to be some sort of black swan event or some garbage that they make up for a narrative, and then, you know, crypto starts to fall. But I'm expecting a corrective move. I don't know how far we're going to go, but I am expecting a corrective move. I've been saying that till it's 106, so technically I can be like, I was right. It dropped to 97 from 106, so I'm the crystal ball. That's not what I mean. I mean like an actual, you know, slow bleed opportunity. Then market picks up like we saw from 67K down into 30K and then back up. Same sort of situation like that. Market picks back up. We break past all-time high around 120, 130. And that's it. That's the end of the show. In terms of time frames, don't ask me. In terms of months, don't ask me. I don't know. I'm not a guru. I'm not a moon guy. I'm not following anything like that. I'm just saying from my last previous cycles, that's what I've learned. I do still think that Ethereum not breaking an all-time high does not mean that this is the start of a bear market. I still think when Ethereum breaks all-time high, that will change perspectives on time-wise. But until that all-time high is broken, we are nowhere near the cycle top. I do think that we are in a corrective move as of right now. And a lot of people don't want to hear that. So that tells me that I'm right in terms of the market direction. Just like when Trump launched his coin, I became bearish, everyone became bullish. And that's the reality of trading is if you're against the herd, you might find yourself the winner at the end of the day. And I learned that the hard way. Every single time back 4 years ago I was trading, I would go and, you know, all my friends, all technical traders, everyone was like, yeah, you're an idiot, bro. You got to join us. We're bullish. I would switch my narrative. I would switch my technical analysis. I would go long and then I'd get liquidated with them, right? Stick to what you know, ignore the noise, follow the chart, and trust your gut. If your gut is telling you, hey, this is a good time to take profits, take your profits. I don't need to sit there and tell you, okay, hey man, like you're up 387%. I think it's a good time to take profits. I'm not your, you know, babysitter. I'm not going to babysit you guys. I've become very much immune to a lot of the DMs that I've been getting lately. I just don't respond anymore because I feel like a broken record when I tell you guys, hey, if you're up 37% on the trade that I sent, might be a good idea to take your profits 20%, 15%, because again, if the market reverses, I don't want to hear you crying and saying, oh, I was only up $800. Pingu, only. I don't have time for it anymore. If you take the trade and you short and you profit, cool. If you take the trade, you short and you hold it because you think we're going down to 93K in one candlestick, you're on your own, my friend. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for coming. I appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for joining the stream. I will get abstract sorted for you guys. Oh, wait. Sorry. Come back. Wait, come back. Hold on, wait. Guys, one sec. Okay. Sorry. I forgot. Okay. We're going to start the giveaways. All right. So for those of you that are new, these are free giveaways. It's just MasterCard giveaways. They are for Uber or Amazon, whatever you guys want realistically. Not for crypto. So I'm going to ask a question, right? I'm going to put a question in the chat. The first one to answer that question wins, okay? It's going to be a random trivia question. I'm going to mute my microphone so you can't hear me typing. Once the question's there, I will read it out loud for those of you that are not paying attention. And of course, for those of you that want the gift card, first one to answer. Again, I will tell you the first one to answer. I just want to say this before I start. If you see your message first and you're like, oh my God, Pingo, I was first, he wasn't. It's because you will always see your message first. That's how YouTube works. But it's the first message that pops up on my screen. All right. Everyone ready? Press 1 if you're ready. Type 1 if you're ready. All right, here we go, folks. Here we go. All right, first question. In what year was the first iPhone released? Wow. D. D with the answer. Congratulations, D. Congratulations. All right, so D, I'm gonna write in my notepad here that you won. First one's going to D. Again, guys, I need confirmation, so make sure you take a screenshot of your account for YouTube and send it to me on Telegram for confirmation. All right, ready? You guys ready for the second one? Here we go. Second question coming in for a $25 gift card. Second question, how many seasons are in 1 year? Oh, Don Too Devious. Very quick. All right, Don, congratulations. I wrote your name down. Like I said, guys, this is easy questions, all right? I'm not going to ask you super serious, like, oh my God, give me the square root of... I'm not doing that, right? It's just not necessary. It's just simple, fun questions. All right, here we go. Third one coming in. How many legs does a spider have? How many legs does a spider? Oh, Jason! Jason with 8. Someone said 6. All right. So Jason, congratulations. I'm gonna write that down. All right. I got 2 more, guys. 2 more. Ready? Everyone still ready? Don't give up. I'm gonna make it a little harder now. Just a little bit harder. What does LTC stand for? Litecoin. Jimster. Jimster 480 with the Litecoin answer. Congratulations. Yeah, we're doing crypto now. See how that works? All right, I wrote your name down. All right, everyone ready for the last question? Everyone ready for the last question? How many hearts does an octopus have? Last question. How many hearts does an octopus have? All right, Castro. Castro with the winner. Don, you were first, but you've already won, so I wanted to pass it on to someone else. Let me just confirm here. Don was first, but he already won. Oh, wait, no, hold on. Victor. Victor was second. I apologize. Victor was second. Castro, I don't think I have another card here, but Castro, you know what? Just message me, Castro. You as well. I will see what I can get you sorted. My fault. I didn't read the chat properly. I don't want to make you feel bad. So I'll figure it out with you. All right. So Victor. So here are the winners of the $25 gift cards: D, Don Vias, Jason, Jimster, and Victor. I have one more. Who did I forget? Castro. So you guys are the winners. Congratulations. Just shoot me a message on Telegram that you won. Again, guys, these are out of my pocket. These are not, anything like that. Thanks so much for coming, guys. I appreciate it. My Telegram channel is free if you guys did want to join. It is completely free. Here it is. And I appreciate you guys, and I hope you guys learned something, and have a wonderful day. Okay, peace out.